My name is Andi Last.
And I'm Jay Last.
I'm the mutant, and he's my warrior. In March of 2015, at the age of 41, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Not long after, I learned that I also have a very rare inherited disorder called Li Fraumeni Syndrome, or LFS, which makes me prone to all sorts of different kinds of cancer. In simple terms, we're all born with 2 copies of a cancer-suppressing gene called TP53, one passed down from each of our parents. In families with LFS, one of those genes is mutated. That's why some of us call ourselves mutants.
Music, photography, and video are things that we really enjoy, so doing them was a huge help for both of us in dealing with all of this.
A few months after the worst of chemo was over, we drove to the desert to photograph Ricardo Breceda's giant metal sculptures in Borrego Springs, California. And the sand serpent really caught our imaginations. While photographing it, I said it'd be great to shoot you as a knight fighting it with your sword.
I said really you should be fighting it because it reminds me of the monster that you've been dealing with.
And he was right. It actually is a pretty good analogy for Li Fraumeni Syndrome. It's this massive, scary 350-foot monster with a dragon's head and a serpent's body and a rattlesnake's tail. It pops up out of the sand and disappears again, and you never know when it's going to show up next. Li Fraumeni Syndrome is also a massive, scary monster. It can cause many different kinds of cancer in kids, adults, and entire families. If you have LFS, you may get multiple types of cancer throughout your life, or even at one time. Since I'm not fighting LFS alone, we decided we'd fight the monster together in photos as well. And thus, the Mutant vs. Monster project was born.
Over a few months, we put together costumes and did a series of shoots with the sculpture in the desert. What we thought would be just a few pictures turned into a much larger project.
It was an expression of our creativity and a way to deal with some pretty lousy circumstances, but it turned into a great opportunity to raise awareness and support for LFS as well. You can visit mutantversusmonster.com to see these photos and read our story. And you can make donations to the Li Fraumeni Syndrome Association and to Living LFS, which is a mutant support organization. And we mutants thank you. And I thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. All right, let's go.